What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Shaad, and thanks so much for tuning into the channel. This is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to. I don't have any sneakers to review at this time, but I did want to have some sneaker conversation. There's a lot that is going on in the sneaker world, and I felt like I wanted to turn on the camera and talk about it. I used to have an old segment back in the day called the Sunday Sneaker Talk. I want to do something a little bit similar to that, but not necessarily like every Sunday. Anytime there's things that are going on, I want to talk about it, get your guys' take on it, give you guys my opinion as well. So if you are into this type of content, please make sure to hit that like button. Also, leave a comment below if you want to see more of this in the future. I can definitely make that happen. But let's go ahead and get into it really quick. I don't know if you guys were aware, but it was announced earlier this week that OBJ is suing Nike for some $20 million. Whew, that's a lot of money. And the reason behind that is that he was stating that Nike withheld money from his contract due to some violations that were invented by the company that weren't originally in the contract. There were a couple of instances that were called out in particular, which he believes Nike withheld a couple of $1 million for, which was him wearing some Chrome Heart football gloves and then also customizing shoes, which is something that violated his original contract. And so some $2 million were a violation that withheld payment for that. I found that to be very interesting. You can't customize your sneakers. It doesn't matter if it was authentic or anything like that. If you did anything to your sneakers that wasn't done by Nike, that's a violation. That's crazy. So I don't know. This is all alleged. I don't know if this is coming from the lawsuit itself. And so also what's fascinating is the sharing of the terms of the contract. OBJ posted, what his Nike contract looked like from 2017 to 2022, which was outrageous. $47 million that he was supposed to be given in sales and royalties. His original contract in 2014, for 3 years, he got $45,000. I think he didn't get any royalties for that. And then the first year of his 5-year contract from 2017, he wasn't getting royalties. But every year after that, up to two, I think he got up to 2 million something, 5% in royalties for sales of products using his likeness. Which is interesting because the only Nike shoes, the trainers that I know of, are the 720s, the Air Max 720s, which were probably some of the most uncomfortable shoes that I had ever had in my life. And I held on to them for a couple of years. I had the original colors, the King of the Drip, and I ended up selling those a couple of years later. I just couldn't do it. Every time I wore that shoe, it would just hurt my feet. I had to take out the insole. And it was just, I felt like I was walking on some platform shoes or something like that. So I kind of agree with OBJ that they didn't do a lot of marketing or selling of products for him outside of maybe some custom cleats or something like that. We didn't see anything that was actually for streetwear other than those shoes. And I think there was a pair of Flyknits or something like that as well that he had. And I wasn't really checking for him. And then after he got traded to the Browns, it was a wrap for me. I didn't really care much for anything that he had going on at all. So that's just my opinion. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, do you feel like Nike did him wrong according to the lawsuit? Do you think he actually did not withhold his end of the contract, leading to those violations and the money withholding? Again, $20 million plus interest is nothing to sneeze at. So these are some serious allegations. I hope it does get worked out in court, outside of court, whatever the case may be. But I hope both parties end up walking away without any type of real damage here. So that's that. I also wanted to say yesterday was an interesting day because they had the Sneakers Live they had the Sneakers Live stream, and it was widely announced the day before that Nike was going to do a shock drop for the Cherry 11s, which was actually true. And I hope everybody who wanted to get a pair was able to get their hands on them. I know there was some trouble with some of the men's sizes. I had actual problems with it myself, with actually clicking on the item and trying to complete the purchase. It was a mess. It was crazy, but it finally went through. I noticed that if you tried to use Apple Pay, it wouldn't let you actually submit your payment. You had to switch over to some other form of payment. So I used PayPal on mine, and it was able to process the order. So I got lucky there. But again, I hope everybody was able to get their hands on. Did you really want this shoe? Again, this is a crazy week. This week we have the Maniere 4s. You know, those are hot, and those are going to be hard to get tomorrow, being the 17th. And then, of course, we have on the 19th, the Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. This is the worldwide release. And I'm seeing the shoes being available at many different retailers, which is a good sign. Again, I hope that everybody's able to get their hands on those. That will be a good one to have. I got mine on the exclusive access. And if you guys haven't seen the video, I did a review on them a couple of days ago, so make sure to check that out. But, you know, really clean shoe. I love the concept. I know a lot of people are talking about there's some manufacturing issues that are going on with the shoe, but I think it varies, and it's anything that you're mass producing here, you're going to run into that in the first place. So, you know, what you choose to do with that, you know, sell the shoe, take the shoe back, you know, it's whatever. But again, this is exciting. This is an exciting week. The holidays are always a good time for sneakers. Let me know. Post a comment below. What are you looking forward to the most this week? Is it the Maniere 4s, the Jordan 1s, or were you looking for those Cherry 11s? I think for me, after those Maniere 4s, I am done with sneakers for 2022. I didn't expect to get the Cherry 11s, but, you know, every year, holiday 11s, you got to go for something. But again, let me know. What are you actually looking for? So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Again, just wanted hot topics, things that are going on this week with sneakers. You know, post a comment. Let me know what things you want to talk about, what you want to hear my opinion on. And I'd be more than happy to turn on the camera and talk about it. But this is just a first little stab at, you know, a new little segment in the channel. And, you know, again, it's not always going to be about reviewing sneakers, but let's talk about what's happening in the sneaker world and sneaker related content. But appreciate you guys as always. Please stay tuned. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a drop. And I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all be easy. Peace.